What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video today, brought to you by Code Out Ones, right? So, welcome to history class, right? Being a history teacher, right? The only history I'm teaching you is the reverse history of today, right? If I was to go back in time and speak about more history, right? I would have to bring up more facts, more data, more articles, more news sources, more books and reference, right? Because on this journey, man, I'm still learning and studying myself, right? I don't have all the answers to the truth. I'm still being guided through the Most High, through Yahuwah, right? So one of the books that you guys should read, right, is the Sephar, right? So if you read the Sephar, right, this is a good instrument, a good tool that I use because it has the Hebrew names in this book, man. And all the names that was mistranslated out of the scriptures, you should also use because the scholars of today don't teach you the true Abrit tongue, the Hebrew tongue, right? They want you to know about the J-Man and everything that doesn't have to do with the Most High's name, right? So, and uh, other books, Hebrew to Negroes, this is like for starters, right? All this is for starters, those are just now coming into the walk, the belief of the Most High through Yahuwah, right? Uh, yeah, I just wanted to bring that out there, man. But the entirety of the message is that you'll become more of like a superhero, right? Like a comic book character, like you know how, like my character growing, the character that I seen that was the one that had stardom over was Spider-Man, right? That character was a novelty to me because I felt like this superhero was fighting back and back and back because he had so much resistance that came forward against him. It almost as he had to do it, you know how the story go, man. But let's translate that to scripture, right? Yahusha, right, was a superhero for the Israelites, right? How he had so many ops, so many people that came against Yahusha because he stood for righteousness, he stood for truth, he was on a firm, solid foundation. He always talks about Yahuwah, go back to the Father, go back to the Father, go back to the Father, right? If you guys, let's just start with this, right? The book of Mattiyahu, right? Then Yahusha sent the multitude away and went into the house of the Talmudim, right? And came unto them, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. And he answered and said unto them, He that sowed the good seed is the son of Adam. The field is the world, and the good seed and the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one, right? The enemy that sowed them is the devil, and the harvest is at the end world. And the reapers of the angels, as therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world, right? So let's stop right there, right? So Yahusha, like the parables of this world, right? The children of the kingdom, right? This is what we do over here, called out ones. We're calling out the people of the world to come into the Father's house, right? To come into Yahuwah's house, right? We that's what we're doing. We're gathering the lost sheep, the 12 tribes of Yasharal, Israel, right? Like we say time and time again, Hebrews, right? We call you guys to go speak the message for the lost sheep, and even get grafted in the Gentiles and every other nation that want to come aboard with us, right? So he that sows the good seed are the son of Adam, right? This is what I'm doing, sowing the good seed for you, right? And the children of the kingdom, but the tares of the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil, right? So if you've seen the video Seek the Kingdom, right? I spoke about the YG and the game, right? They got that's tares, right? Because they're not really giving you the whole totality of the message. They're just giving you bits and pieces of it, right? But here you get the full meat, potatoes, mashed potatoes, steak, porterhouse. You get everything in this book. You want to get all that, all the spices, everything is inside this book. But they don't teach you this in school because they teach you Greek philosophers, Esau's history in public school, board education, the educational system, right? But it's mostly compulsory education, right? It's compulsory. It means that it's forced onto you, stuff that doesn't have hearsay or nothing, right? And study to show yourself approved of a workmanship, the right and the word of truth, right? That's what we do. Study to show yourself approved, right? So studying requires a lot of commitment to the Father's word because let's just, for example, right? Yahuwah, right? That's the Father's name. So recognize he is the king of Yasharal, and he has sent Yahusha down to deliver the message to the lost sheep of the house of Yasharal, right? He have, he came for his people. The Gentiles could come also, right? But you have to understand is that Yasharal was his firstborn son. You can't dismiss that. You can't go around it. You can't hop around it. You can't jump around it. You can't run from it. That's his people, right? Gentiles have to understand that, right? Christianity, that's a whole another topic. Judaism, Islam, and I'm still studying. I'm still learning to understand everything, the heritage, the genealogies, everything that's behind the artifacts, everything, right? So all this stuff takes time to understand this truth, man. I've been in this truth almost about 4 years now, and I'm still learning. And gematria, the numbers, that's something that you should know about because Freemasons, just with they stole they get that from scripture, right? Because Hebrew, the language of Hebrew and everything, they flipped everything, right? Because that's another subject to talk about, but the Most High does speak through numbers, right? There's a book in the scriptures. It's called Numbers, right? So the Most High used numbers. That's why they use numbers to try to replicate what the Most High did to steal the show. You know how you get what I'm saying? But they're using numbers to perform rituals, to perform blood sacrifice, perform full moon sacrifices, right? This is what they do, right? We about to get into the season of that, right? Because during these fall, it start getting colder. That's what they start doing. They satanic worship, Halloween, all that stuff.